Amnesty International's Rachel Nicholson joins me from London. Welcome to the programme. Burundi's government has insisted that its troops have acted professionally. What does Amnesty have to say about that, and what evidence do you have?
We've documented the systematic killing of residents of various neighbourhoods in Bujumbura on the 11th of December, as you described earlier. This really was the single bloodiest day so far since the crisis began in April. We have documented, however, continuing extrajudicial killings over recent months. And as you said, arbitrary arrests of young men, disappearances, families who didn't know where their family members had been taken. We visited the area shortly after these operations finished. On the 11th, we visited the next day. We were shown sites where people had been killed. We saw the sites at least where 8 people had been killed. In some of those areas, we saw large pools of blood. We saw documentary evidence of victims who'd been clearly shot from close range in the head. These look very clearly to be extrajudicial executions, but we're calling for an independent investigation to establish more clearly exactly what happened, exactly who was responsible, and to bring to justice those who carried out these executions. But really just to bring to light exactly what happened that day.
The African Union has now authorised the sending of 5,000 peacekeepers to Burundi, but some say this is a little too late.
It's essential that measures are taken to protect civilians in Burundi. We're calling for increased monitoring and investigations of human rights violations on the ground, for there to be public reporting, for the AU, for the UN, who have got monitors on the ground, to be calling on the government of Burundi to hold to account those who are responsible for these attacks. But whatever measures are taken, it's essential that human rights, respect for human rights and the respect of the human rights of the population in Burundi is central to those efforts.
It's an extremely hostile environment at the moment. What does the UN need to do? Some critics are saying that this crisis, which has unfolded, is of no surprise.
This crisis has been building for months, if not years, and it is essential that events such as the attacks of the 11th of December act as a wake-up call to the United Nations and to the African Union. We've seen more action being taken in recent weeks. It's essential that regional actors, as well as the United Nations, really get involved to bring all the interested parties to the table, to talks, to ensure that there's an end to this human rights crisis.
OK, Rachel Nicholson, thank you.